2, 3, 4. Break the cycle. It's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Makes This Song Interesting. Today we're going over my song Break the Cycle, which is on Spotify and is doing really well. I just put out the radio edit last month, so check it out if you'd like. Yes, this is my video series called What Makes This Song Interesting, based on Rick Beato's video series, What Makes This Song Great. But we call them interesting because they're my songs, and it'd be weird if we called them great. So let's get right into it. Reason number 1 why Break the Cycle is interesting. It's practical. I am a big believer, and a big part of the ethos of my own music making process is that folk music and all music in general is the best when it is practical in people's lives and can make a difference, an active difference, in the way that they function in their daily lives. So we all know that music has an amazing power to transform people and immediately help you escape from your daily problems and pains and distract you from normal reality. So there's that. It's emotional. It immediately strikes emotion. But even deeper than that, trying to write lyrics and chord progressions and songs that can speak to an even deeper level of a mission in a person's life to self-improve. These are very challenging topics, and that's what I was trying to do with this song, Break the Cycle, and what I've been trying to do with all of my music for many, many years, like 25 years. So I want to affect people on an emotional level, but I also want to give them even more, like daily mantras or prayers or mission statements or things that they can identify with and really make as like hardcore principles in their lives. And Break the Cycle was one of those times where I was lucky enough to achieve that goal. So yeah, practical songs. I'm all about being practical. So let's get right into the chorus. Break the cycle. It's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle. So yeah, you get it. That is very much about overcoming obstacles, breaking the cycle, whatever it might be. It could be ancestral pain. It could be addiction. It could be daily routines that you just want out of your life. It could be people who are in your life who are having a negative influence on the way that you're growing and breaking the cycle of hanging out with them. So it's very broad on one level in that it can apply to anyone in their individual circumstances, but it's also very narrow in purpose. Break the cycle. So practicality is reason number 1. Reason number 2 why I believe Break the Cycle is interesting. Hold on. Sorry. Its influences. This song to me is very much influenced by the folk music of the 1960s and 1970s. So I'm talking about the singer-songwriter movement with Bob Dylan and James Taylor and Paul Simon and Joan Baez and all the rest of the guys who would come to follow after their lead. It's about social activism and again, going out into making a difference in people's lives. But also, it's very much about the chord progressions and melodies that these people were using. So, just as an example, I like to do this. James Taylor is one of my favorite musicians, and you'll recognize this little number. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. That's the intro to Fire and Rain, right? So right, one of James Taylor's most popular songs. A couple years after learning that, I wrote, break the cycle, 'cause it's time to kill the pain. So I didn't even notice at the time that I had written Break the Cycle that it was very, very similar to James Taylor's Fire and Rain. That just happened organically. So it's not like I sat down and said to myself, I'm going to write my Fire and Rain. No, it wasn't like that at all. I was just writing and being an artist, and the artists that you listen to naturally and organically come out of you at some point. It's like inevitable. So what you learn as a musician comes out in your own music at some point. So that's reason number 2 why I thought that this song was interesting, is that it really references my influences as a folk musician on the acoustic guitar and on the vocals. I love James Taylor, and to see him come out in my own music is like a special kind of honor. But also there's a little bit of Bob Dylan in there when it comes to like social activism. And I like to think probably a little Paul Simon, and probably a lot of other artists too. But yes, its influences are reason number 2. Reason number 3 why I believe Break the Cycle is interesting are the metaphysical lyrics. Now hang in here with me. I don't want to scare you off with this weirdness. Metaphysical lyrics. At the time that I was writing this song, this definitely falls into a batch of songs that I would call healing songs. When in my own personal journey, I was reading a lot of books about spirituality and self-help. So Eckhart Tolle, Wayne Dyer. I even read the autobiography of a yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. And I went through about, I'm still going through it now. All the books that I read now are spiritual. That's another video I want to make about how your spirituality can help you become a bit better singer-songwriter. That's another video. But it's related to this one. Metaphysical lyrics. In the verses of this song, Break the Cycle, I take you on what I like to call a spiritual journey. So let's go into verse 1, if I can get right to it. Break the cycle. Every day feels like yesterday. And I see the same things along the way. And I build a wall one brick at a time. Silence and anger fills my mind. So this is very much about the personal pain. This is about recognizing the things in your own life that are stalling you or putting up walls. Right before the chorus, where we break the cycle. So it's about awareness of your own limitations and the way that you're perceiving them, and then in the chorus, breaking the cycle. So let's get into the second verse, if I can. Break the cycle. It's time to kill the pain. It's time to live again. It's time for me to grow and find my way and break the cycle. somewhere deep down inside of me, I know there's a peaceful man sitting by a tree. And I go to him when I need some company. And I get my medicine, my therapy. And I break the cycle. So this second verse takes you somewhere else. This is where the metaphysical nature comes in. This is where the spirituality comes in. In verse 1, the narrator or the singer was identifying the problems in his own life. In verse 2, we're going somewhere else. And we're going down to that man by the tree to get our therapy, our medicine, and deal with this problem. Or just deal with the ego in general. So this goes back to like keeping it broad enough for it to apply to anyone in any situation, and having it be very personal. And that man by the tree can be whoever you want it to be. It can be an old family member. It can be a deceased family member. It could be Buddha. It could be Jesus Christ. It could be the president. It could be the teacher that you adored when you were a child. It could be anyone you want who helps you break the cycle. So it's like a spiritual counselor, if you will. For me, it's Jesus Christ. But yeah, hold on. Sorry, my battery's dying on my phone. But these metaphysical lyrics are really important. Let's see if we can do the last verse here. This is the bridge. And I float away. Yes, I float away to another world. Yes, I float away. Okay, the third verse is coming up. So everybody come out with me. I know there's a peaceful man sitting back. Oh, no, sorry. So everybody come out with me. Shoot, I can't remember the last verse. We'll get our medicine, our therapy. We'll break the cycle. Well, this third verse is about community. It's everybody come out with me. Everybody come out with me. I can't remember the words. Anyway, the third verse is about community coming together and healing each other's pains. So all three verses are very different, but they're connected. Verse number 1, personal pain, personal discovery. Verse number 2, getting together with your spiritual counselor and working on that. Verse number 3, closure. Everybody coming together and celebrating and breaking the cycle. So yeah, let's review. The 3 reasons why I believe Break the Cycle is interesting. Number 1, it's practical and can make a difference in people's lives. Number 2, its influences. It's directly out of the 1960s and 70s folk movement. Number 3, metaphysical lyrics, having something layered that's more going on here. This has been a long video. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'll see you later. Bye.